Common Artist. This week I am focusing on the art of photography. In order to get the big picture, I want to introduce you to 3 photographers. Each has a different style.
Our first artist, Annie Leibovitz, is a portrait photographer. A portrait photographer takes pictures of people. Annie Leibovitz has worked for multiple magazines as the chief photographer and won several awards. Next artist, Ansel Adams, is a nature photographer, generally considered to be the greatest landscape photographer of all time in the art world. Mr. Adams is best known for his iconic black and white photos of the American West. Nature photographers take pictures outdoors and focus on landscapes, wildlife, and plants. The last artist, Ola Kolemainen, is an abstract photographer from Finland. He uses architecture as his main source of inspiration. His photographs show an up-close view of buildings and make the viewer unsure what they are looking at. Abstractions occur when an artist focuses on a small part of a bigger object. The photographers mentioned all have special equipment they use to create their art. However, we can be digital photographers and create some awesome images with our iPads. Using the camera and photos apps, we will be photographers. You might wish to be a portrait photographer. Spend some time taking portraits of friends and family members. Ask them to pose for you and have fun directing them. Background is important. Be sure the background isn't too busy. Watch out for lighting. You don't want it to be too dark or too bright. It is usually preferred to keep your photograph in focus. In order to take good photographs, you should hold still so the image won't be blurry. Or you may wish to take a self-portrait. Try to capture an image that really shows who you are. This can be a simple expression, or you may want to use a prop to show a hobby. You may also want to get an action shot doing the sport you love or pose with something that represents you. Get creative and really think about how one image can capture who you are. Use the timer on your iPad to take this photograph. Perhaps you'd prefer to be a nature photographer. Go outdoors and look for patterns in anything and everything. Try to capture it with your camera. Use the patterns as the focus in your image. You should also try to fill the frame or screen with your image. Try to zoom in on your subject matter to focus on the image and cut out background distractions. Close-ups are great for nature items like leaves, pine cones, flowers, texture. Really, anything takes on a new look when it's captured up close. You can also use close-ups if you wish to be an abstract photographer. You might wish to go on a photo scavenger hunt. Or you might create a series of images. Once you have a photo you like, you may wish to try some features on your iPad to improve or change the way it looks. Enhance autocorrects and brightens the image. Crop allows you to resize the photograph with a grid. Adjust offers brightness, exposure, contrast, and color options. The saturation tool lets you fine-tune your contrast. Orientation allows you to turn your image left, right, vertical, or horizontal. The best part of digital photography is editing. If you change your mind or don't like the results, you simply delete and try again. I would love to see your artwork. Please consider sharing on Schoology, Artsonia, or email me, ssundberg@jonesvilleschools.org.